The subliminal kid moved in and took over bars, cafes, and jukeboxes of the world's cities and installed radio transmitters and microphones in each bar so that the music and talk of any bar could be heard in all his bars. And he had tape recorders in each bar that played and recorded at arbitrary intervals. And his agents moved back and forth with portable tape recorders and brought back street sound and talk and music and poured it into his recorder array. So he set waves and eddies and tornadoes of sound down all your streets and by the river of all language. Word dust drifted streets of broken music, car horns, and air hammers. The word, broken, pounded, twisted, exploded in smoke. Word falling. He set up screens on the walls of his bars, opposite mirrors, and took and projected at arbitrary intervals, shifted from one bar to the other, mixing westerns, gangsters, films of all time and place, with word and image of the people in his cafes and on the streets. His agents, with movie cameras and telescope lens, poured images of the city back into his projector and camera array, and nobody knew whether he was in a Western movie, in Hong Kong, or the Aztec Empire, in ancient Rome, or suburban America, whether he was a bandit, or a commuter, or a chariot driver, whether he was firing a real gun, or watching a gangster movie. And the city moved in swirls and eddies and tornadoes of image, explosive bio-advance, out of space to neon. Photo falling. The subliminal kid moved in seas of disembodied sound. He then spaced here and there and installed opposite mirrors and took movies each bar so that the music and talk is at arbitrary intervals, and shifted bars. He also had recorder and tracks and moving film, mixing arbitrary intervals, and agents moving with the word and image of tape recorders. So he set up waves, and his agents with movie swirled through all streets of images and brought back street and music from the city and poured Aztec Empire and ancient Rome. Commuter or chariot driver could not control their word. Dust drifted from outer space. Air hammers, word and image explosive bio-advance. A million drifting screens on the walls of his city projected mixing sound of any bar could be heard in all westerns and films at all times, played and recorded at the people, back and forth with portable cameras and telescope lenses, poured eddies and tornadoes of sound and camera array, until America in all accents and language mixed and fused, and people shifted language and accent in mid-sentence, Aztec priest, and spilled it man, woman, or beast in all language, so that people City moved in swirls, and no one knew what he was going out of space to neon streets. Nothing is true, everything is permitted. Last words, Hassan I Sabah. The kids stared in sex films, and the People's City pulsed in a vast orgasm. And no one knew what was film and what was not, and performed all kind of sex acts on every street corner. He took films of sunsets and clouds and sky water, and free film and projected color in vast reflector screens concentrating blue sky, red sun, green grass, and the city dissolved in light, and people walked through each other. There was only color and music and silence where the words of Hassan I Sabah had passed. Boards, syndicates, governments on the earth, pay. Pay back the color you stole. Pay red. Pay back the red you stole for your flying flags and your Coca-Cola signs. Pay that red back to penis and blood and sun. Pay blue. Pay back the blue you stole and bottled and doled out in eyedroppers of junk. Pay back the blue you stole from your police uniforms. Pay that blue back to sea and sky and eyes of the earth. Pay green. Pay back the green you stole for your money, and you, dead hand stretching, the vegetable people, pay back the green you stole for your Green Deal to sell out people of the earth, and board the first lifeboat in drag. Pay that green back to flowers and jungle, river and sky. Boards, syndicates, governments of the earth, pay back your stolen colors. Pay color back to Hassan I Sabah.